Matt, I think the biggest thing that happened last tribal was we talked about you were on the bottom.
Yeah.
But we also talked about how, Grace was saying and others were saying, it could be the first vote or the second vote. Does it make you a little more anxious that you're still in right now?
I think it's healthy to be anxious, right? Because you never know how it's going to go. But I'm definitely feeling better than I was last tribal council. That's for sure. I'm more confident now than I was then. Let's put it that way.
I feel like I know what I'm doing. So, and I always hope who I've talked to reaches, keeps their point up.
Absolutely. I got a message from legitimately every single person. It's in like, I don't blame people for scrambling. I think that was probably like one of the bigger moves in the game that just happened. Like, not in terms of like, it was surprising to a lot of people, I think. And it's, a shift. You got to figure out where to go from there.
To speak to the scramble, Ben, my plan after the first tribal council was to go take my dog outside and, get a glass of water, come back upstairs and sit on the jury muted. And much to my surprise, I go downstairs, not really sure what just happened, to 6 messages on my phone, one also from David, which we don't have to talk about if you don't want to. It was a mad everybody's scrambling. Nobody's really sure what's going on. And it's fun, man. I'm having fun.
Well, I think most of the people were surprised by the last vote, and that's why all the scrambling happened. And even for people who the last vote went the way they thought it would, there's still scrambling to be done. And I really don't think any one of us should think we know what's about to happen. I mean, we can all hope it's going to go the way we think it's going to go with the people we just scrambled with. But I have no idea. I feel 0% confident right now. That's what I'm going to say.
I just wanted to say that last tribal council, I said that there was a 0% chance I was surprised by what happened, and I was blissfully ignorant at the time. So I'd like to rescind that comment and say that I was officially surprised. You got me.
At this point, since so many people have been surprised now of what's going on and what's being laid, again, even if you don't know what's going to happen, you have to put your hope and trust into what makes sense the most for you.
Who can I put my trust in? Who could I put my trust in before? Nobody. Sometimes you gotta make a leap, and you have to put some modicum of trust in people who tell you something, and there becomes a point of no return, right? So you just gotta saddle up and do what you have to do. So can I put my trust in people? Am I 100% confident that I can put my trust in anybody? No, but I have to put my trust in somebody, right? So that's what I'm gonna have to do.
I'm worried about surviving this vote. At this current moment, I am not thinking about anything other than who can I trust at this very moment to get me through this.
The people that I've talked to today, they could either go with one option or another option.
I'm just happy, I suppose, that I didn't get voted out, but still nervous because I can get voted out right now.
I don't know what else to say at this point, besides we'll have to see how the vote goes down.
Oh, my stomach just dropped. Kaylee, she seems to be pulling the strings, and some sort, very strategic. As soon as you reach out, she has like a plan, and it's it's not genuine, but it's like, you're safe for now, but work with me, and then we'll do this. And it's just suspicious. I don't know, Kaylee.
I'm voting for Grace because I guess I'm just full of lies, and later on I will be full of cries. I'm very upset by this.
Going to vote for Grace because I think that winning 2 immunity challenges is nothing to sneeze at. And when it comes down to final 2, if it's me and Grace, unless I win the next 2, it'd be a very high point in her favor. She also admitted to me that she was the one that got the Girls Alliance together, which if all the girls are voted out and it's me and Grace sitting at the end, they're all going to know that she pulled those strings to get here. It just makes more sense to me to vote Grace than to vote any other way. And also because she betrayed me last week and it feels good.
I'm voting for Kaylee. I'm laughing at this entirely. I think I'm going home tonight.
Oh, God, I don't know what to do right now. So the plan is for me, Meaghan, and Matt to vote Grace. And we also told David, but I know that Grace, Matt, and David had a Zoom meeting, and their plan is to vote me. So David could go either way. And Grace has a plan with me and Meaghan to vote Matt. So Grace is either voting for Matt or me. David is either voting for me or Grace. Matt is either voting for me or Grace. So the thing I'm worried about is if Grace thinks that we're all just going for her, which she's smart, so I'm thinking she'll vote for herself, and then she's safe, and then that's really scary. So I want to put a vote on someone else as a backup, but that could just ruin everything, and then I could be the one that's gone. So I have no idea. Oh my god. My vote is for Matt as a throwaway vote in case Grace votes for herself.
We have a tie vote. It is 2-1. We have two votes on Kalle and 2 votes on Grace, which means we will have a revote. Matt will vote, Meaghan will vote, and David will vote, and you can either vote for Kalle or Grace. I think this is a good moment. Kalle and Grace, I'm going to give you 2 a minute if you want to plead your case.
The one thing I'll say to David and Matt is obviously we all know that Kalle and Meaghan are a pair. They're going to go to the end together. They will target anyone who stands in their way. Me, I'm a free agent. Kalle, we know, is not. That's all I'll say.
For pleading my case. So, the plan going into this, Matt, David, I talked to you, but you did not listen, so do whatever you want, I guess. I'll plead my case to Matt, because, so we had a plan going into this, and the reason I got freaked out is because I was worried that all of the votes would be on Grace, and so I threw away a vote, basically. I promise I'm still with you guys. I did not, do anything ridiculous. But I promise you, we are still good. Also, Grace has won the first 2 challenges. We know she's a threat. Who's to say she won't win the other 2 and just put herself in the finals? And if you want to be sitting in the finals next to Grace, you are not playing this game the right way.
So I'm still voting for Kalle. I thought about maybe rethinking it after the tie, but even just the final plea, Grace was a lot more. I mean, I know it's a game and it's strategic, but just the way how Kalle kind of demanded, she only talked to Matt. I didn't listen to her, so I'm disregarded and thrown to the side. Not a team player, wants to call the shots, we'll take anyone down, we'll do whatever. I know I went against her, but that was also my plan. So, but at least smile and put a fake smile on.
I am once again voting for Grace because I don't know why it didn't work the last time.
2 hours ago, I was on the bottom, and here I am, all the power. I've lost the final vote. Poetic, is it not, Ben? I am going to stick with my original vote and vote for Grace. Grace made good points. Kalle and Meaghan are a strong pair, but I think that since they've done everything together, trying to convince one that they can't beat the other sounds fun to me. That's the only reason. Is Grace, I don't know what Grace is playing. She's by herself, but I know that Meaghan and Kalle probably want to be at the end together, and I think I would have a good time convincing them that that's not a good idea.
By a vote of 2-1, Grace, you have been eliminated from safety in numbers. You can leave the Zoom call. So we're down to the final 4. I think that was a very brutal 2 eliminations, and I think we've learned a lot. Dead men walking, coming back. Congratulations to our final 4, Matt, David, Kalle, and Meaghan. Good luck, everyone. Thanks so much.
Being with 2 people who are together feels more solid. I was tempted to believe Kalle and the girls, but yeah. I think they did a very good job of convincing Matt that he just made a move. I think my biggest mistake in the game was winning the first 2 challenges in a row. I should have just thrown one of them.